Hi everyone, I'm Chris Hernandez. This is the Weekly Report, a look at your news from the city of Kansas City, Missouri. Mayor Sly James recently launched the Mayor's Energy Challenge to encourage Kansas City businesses to benchmark their energy consumption with Energy Star's free portfolio manager. The challenge runs from August 1st through February 27th, 2015, and it hopes to help 50 buildings achieve Energy Star certification. This challenge is part of the City Energy Project, a 10-city effort aimed at boosting energy efficiency in city buildings. For more information about how this will help the city save your tax dollars while creating local jobs, please visit kcmo.gov and enter City Energy in the search bar. The city's animal shelter needs your help. The shelter needs more people to adopt pets so that it can remain a no-kill shelter. In this past month alone, the animal shelter accepted a record-breaking 900 homeless cats and dogs. Now through July 6th, many cat and dog adoption fees are reduced to just $25. This includes spay-neuter surgery, vaccinations, microchipping, 30 days of free pet insurance, and more. For information or to see the pets that are up for adoption, please visit kcpetproject.org. Now let's check in with some of our city's departments.
Is everybody ready to build this playground? We've got a beautiful day here today, so let's get this done. We've got partners to thank. Obviously, couldn't be done without the Dwayne Bowe Foundation and the Maplewood Elementary Link Site Council. Give yourselves a hand. This is going to be a beautiful playground for all you kiddos.
Tell us about the sheer amount of parks you have and kind of the state of some of the playgrounds.
Sure, we have 220 parks in our system, and within those 220 parks we have about 100 playgrounds, and roughly half of those playgrounds are relatively new and in pretty good shape, but the other half need attention. Some have been around for 20 plus years, and as you can imagine, a playground's like anything. It starts to show its age and the materials start to deteriorate, and the safety changes a lot too. Playground technology allows for that. A few of us, you think back, we used to have a piece of asphalt under a piece of swing or something. Well, that's no longer. Merry-go-rounds or something you don't do. And so the modern equipment, which is better designed, it's more colorful, it's obviously more inviting to children, and of course obviously the safety is important, but also the fact that it just has a new fresh look to it makes it inviting, and that's something that we want to try to do as much as we can.
18 new ones going in this year, is that right?
Exactly right, and unfortunately they're throughout the city. We worked with Game Time, which is a supplier of playgrounds, and they had a grant, so we were able to buy so many playgrounds and fulfill the requirement. We got the playgrounds at a discounted rate, so we bought those playgrounds, and now put them in the ground is key to this. And of course the way we do that is through activity like today, where we get some good volunteers, a little bit of sweat equity, and of course with Dwayne Bowe and his foundation, and of course here with the Maplewoods Elementary Link Council, who's of course providing some services next to the school. We're able to get it done much quicker and a reduced cost.
You know, typically when the politician shows up, they want to take credit for stuff. I don't want to take credit for anything, because this is all your hard work, and this is the Parks Department's hard work, and Jason's hard work, and Mr. Bowe's hard work. And if you don't mind the football euphemism, you are being this is an all-pro opportunity, and I want to thank you for that, for all that you're doing. But I just wanted to say thanks. We have so many parks in this city that don't have what you're putting up today. And although we've tried to spend a lot of money in this district to get more of these, it takes friends and partners like Mr. Bowe, like Link, and like all of you to make this happen. So congratulations. I know you've got some hard work this morning, but I'll guarantee it's all going to be worth it by this afternoon. So thanks again.
First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out, helping with this foundation, with the KCMO Parks. And it couldn't be done without you, without the kids, without the parents showing up, without the hard work and dedication. Just want to thank each and every one of you guys again for coming out, and let's have some fun. Don't be scared. I'm extra friendly. Thank you guys.
3, 2, 1,
go!
Oh.
All right.
You're kind-hearted. You want to do the right thing. When it comes to helping those less fortunate, there are times you doing an act of kindness may simply perpetuate a problem and make it worse. Watch this.
It really is more effective to give resources to agencies that are organized, coordinated, and work directly with folks than to hand it to them, because one just doesn't know what one's supporting or where that money is actually going to end up. For all of us who receive support for helping the homeless in our community, we're scrutinized by any number of organizations, both private and public. And that's, I think, is what your impact is so much greater going through that format. And there's such a diversity of organizations out that you can pick that one that's working in the way in which you feel the most comfortable. And I think what folks don't understand is you really can be enabling people to stay in situations that are very dangerous to them, extremely dangerous to them, particularly to women, particularly to older individuals, and quite frankly, particularly to young people. And when I see a young person out in the street, and any of us who are encouraging that, we really are encouraging situations that we have no idea about, and which have the most serious of ramifications. And a quarter, a dollar, $5 is not the solution. There are agencies that are out feeding the hungry every night of the week, and they're out in vans, so they go where folks are out in camps. What I see in many emergency programs is, quite frankly, people are getting up to 4 or 5 meals. That right now, as opposed to being said, why don't you get some help for your mental health issue? Why don't you get some help for substance abuse? Why don't you find housing? The entire day is caught up in moving from one free service to another, be that just a bunk, be that a food, but none of which is that sustaining service that will lead someone to self-resiliency. And frankly, no one knows if an individual on the street holding a sign is what he or she represents themselves as being. We do know, quite frankly, that there is some trafficking involved, that there are individuals who take folks out, drop them off at a spot, pick them up, and then get money from them, part of the take. And whether those folks still are genuinely homeless and they're just sharing that money because they're getting the transportation to wealthier areas to get money, I don't know. But I also know that I see folks who are 300 yards from Restart, from City New Mission, from Hope Faith Ministries, who have their signs who are asking for things. And really, that is somebody who may or may not be homeless. I've seen them teaching young people to do that. And it is counterproductive, and frankly, it's dangerous for both parties. If you encourage people to come to you and take something from a car, you are then giving kind of a commitment that anybody who hands you something from a car is going to be helpful, as opposed to trying to hurt you. And frankly, for women, for members of the LGBT community, for younger people, we're putting them at risk. There is one way to solve homelessness, and it's being verified throughout the nation, and that is to get people into housing as quickly as possible. So it is not to hand things out to them. It is not even to feed them. It's to get housing. And many efforts that are happening with the best of intentions are actually getting in the way of getting people into housing.
If you want to truly help, give your time or donation to one of the many local organizations whose only goal is to help the homeless men, women, and children in Kansas City. I'm Officer Shelley Gaddis. Have a safe week.
Hi, I'm Janet O'Hagan with Kansas City Convention and Entertainment Facilities. July is usually one of the hottest months in Kansas City, and things are heating up at your convention center as we get ready to host several large conventions that will bring over 30,000 visitors and over $20 million in tourist dollars to our fair city. Kansas City will welcome the Church of God in Christ 2014 Auxiliaries in Ministry Convention, June 30th through July 4th. This international convention is also expected to draw large numbers from the local community. 1 week later, the Evangelical Church of America will have their National Youth Conference from July 6th through July 10th with 7,000 attendees. This year's Youth Conference, Challenge 2014, is a faith-filled 5-day event for our junior high and senior high school students from across the U.S. Zapata Designs will hold its 2014 National Conference from July 17th through July 20th. Based in Lenexa, Kansas, Zapata Designs has more than 33,000 independent sales representatives throughout the world, offering handcrafted sterling silver jewelry to buyers participating in a relaxed home party gathering. For more information on this organization, visit zapata.com. The American Dairy Science Association and the American Society of Animal Science will bring their combined annual convention to Kansas City July 20th through July 24th. The convention will draw animal industry professionals representing universities, extension government agencies, and agriculture corporations. For more information about the ADSA, visit www.adsa.org. With all these visitors coming into Kansas City in the weeks ahead, let's show them our Kansas City friendliness and enthusiasm. Because in Kansas City, that's how we roll. To learn more about upcoming events at the Kansas City Convention Center, visit kcmo.gov or call 816-513-5000.
In response to increased calls about bed bugs, the city's health department will teach a free integrated pest management class on Saturday, July 12th. The class will teach you how to manage and potentially decrease bed bug, cockroach, and mouse infestations in your home. To register, call the health department at 816-513-6010. The Public Improvements Advisory Committee, also called PIAC, is a 13-person committee that collects resident input regarding public improvements and makes recommendations to the mayor and city council regarding the citywide and neighborhood portions of the capital budget. PIAC invites residents to attend its upcoming neighborhood hearings, which are scheduled throughout this summer. The next meeting will be held on Thursday, July 10th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Northland Cathedral. For a complete listing of upcoming hearings, please visit kcmo.gov and search for PIAC hearings. Nonprofit organizations that host cultural, social, historic, educational, or recreational activities may apply for a grant from the city's Neighborhood Tourist Development Fund. This fund is now accepting grant applications for activities taking place from September 1st through April 30th of next spring. Applications must be received by August 1st. For details, visit kcmo.gov and search NTDF. For more information about this or any of today's stories, please log on to kcmo.gov and search for the Weekly Report. That does it for this edition of the Weekly Report. On behalf of the City Communications staff, I'm Communications Director Chris Hernandez. Have a great week.